Again, guys, guess what? I truly miss you for the last 2 weeks, but y'all know I had my grandbaby, and so I had that, but I was bit by being a grandmother and just holding my dear sweet grandbaby. But we're here, and on tonight, I just want to welcome all of you. Do me a favor, send out and text and let everyone know that Daughters of Destiny, You Got This is on. And with that, if you haven't connected with the Daughters of Destiny, please do so and connect with us and sign up and let me know that you are a newbie. We want to celebrate all newbies as you join. And guess what? We are encouraging, uplifting, and we will push you. Amen. We are a group of ladies just want to encourage everyone. And I want to say hello to all of our ladies who are up here on tonight. And I just want to send out love. But guess what? Before I get to this young lady that's with me on tonight, I want to always send out a shout out to our bishop, none other Bishop J.L. Williams. And I thank God for him. Yes. Send me some hearts, guys. And this young man that makes things and makes us look good. He's been rolling all day from the radio station to right here, and now he's here with me and the Daughters of Destiny. And so Minister Jay and his beautiful wife, they are a two dynamite couple, and I thank God for him. And guess what, guys, I've been waiting for this moment. Guess what I have with me on today? Okay. This special guest is none other. We know her as Janae Jones, but Radio Land know her as Belladonna on the mic. And I'm going to let her introduce herself, and then we're going to get in and start talking. Introduce yourself. Welcome.
Hello, all those beautiful people out there. Yes, my name is Belladonna on the mic. I also have a podcast called Belladonna on the mic, which is also on Anchor. And I'm fine-tuning some things because I got a little lazy during this whole pandemic. But there's going to be some awesome stuff coming your way, so please stay tuned.
Yeah, I want to let me know when you get ready to get moving, because we want to support and send a shout out to you. Yes. And so that I can connect it to the Daughters of Destiny. You got this, and we want to make sure that everything that we push. She is a child of the Mint.
Yes.
And so the Mint, we support and show up.
Absolutely.
And be a blessing.
Yes.
Okay, because when I see the younger generation do something, I get excited.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I'm
you
excited
do. You're
now.
awesome.
I see. I'm just screaming on the inside. You just don't see it. So with that, wait a minute, guys. So with that, we're going to get on the topic on tonight, and we're calling all about singles, and that's what we're dealing with on tonight. Yes. Singles of self-discovery, and one of the great things that I love of this title is because I'm older now. Mm-hmm. I'm about 52. I had to make sure my number was right.
You look good. Yeah.
Thank you. And you know, my prayer is that the single woman or the next generation that's behind me make it.
Right.
And as Titus 3:1 says, we are supposed to teach our ladies how to be successful in the marriage and everything, and teach them how to just be successful as women. And so my concern is sometimes I see move too fast. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
To be success, to be self-discovery. They try to look for it in someone else,
right?
Instead of looking for it in themselves,
right?
And Janae, I'm gonna let you talk about a little bit about that, because you need to help our single women. And at your age, baby, you young. Also, we gonna reach out there and grab them old ones too.
Yeah.
The seasons, the, cougars, and we want to just let them know that love yourself first.
Right. Absolutely.
So that you
it's
can
very
be
important.
a blessing.
Right.
To someone else.
Right.
So talk a little bit about self-discovery.
Right. I just want to talk about this, what you brought up, that the generation gap between me and you. So in your time, it was different. Men were like chivalrous. Yeah. They understood what chivalry was, and they understood what taking care of the household and their lady, treating their lady classy, and things of that nature. Right. Now we're in 2020. It's a whole different breed out here. Do you hear? It is a whole different breed. But yes, self-discovery is very important, because if you want to date and you want to interact with other men, ladies, but you don't know yourself, how is that possible? If you don't know you, who else will? Right. I can't tell you who you are, right? Yeah. So self-discovery in a way of what your creativity would be, what your talents and gifts are, and if you don't discover yourself and you start to date, he's going to treat you like a little puppet on a string. And he can maneuver, manipulate, and just take advantage of you because you don't know your do's and don'ts, right? And it's so much. I've been single. I'm about to say this out loud. How long I've been single, okay? Ooh, 8 years, okay? That's a long time. No, that's a long time.
Okay, yeah, I get it.
8 years? Yeesh. Yeah. So within those 8 years, though, it's a beautiful thing. I have literally fallen in love with myself. Right. John A. Jones is a dope person. And I want every single lady out there to have that same thing to say about themselves, right? But I had to discover myself. Right. I was not always there, right? Yeah. And it broadens your horizon. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that I was into art. Oh, I didn't know that I would love golf or whatever the case may be. Oh, I didn't know I could start my own business. I didn't know I had so much creativity within me. You have to do that first, and then he might be at the art gallery. And y'all talking over a nice painting that you about to buy for your house. Right. He might be within your traveling. I want to travel more. He might be at another state. Exactly. So that's why it's so much important to discover you first.
Right. And I think sometimes, Janae, we think it's in the materialistic. We think it's in how I wear my hair, or is it the clothes, or does it have to be a name brand clothes for them to discover? But if you were ask a man that has it together somewhat, he would tell you it's your personality. It's not even the makeup. No. It's not even that name brand shoe. It's you. Right.
Yeah. But no, Elder, that's true, because forgive me for what I'm about to say, because it might sound a little shady. But you know, ladies can testify to this. We'll see a handsome man with a not so attractive woman. Yeah. And we'll say, well, how in the world? And here I am, because I know I've done it plenty of times. Here I am sitting pretty and all dolled up. And how did she get him? But you're right. But you know why we do this? Because we're social media. If you're a weak person, you don't need to have social media. You don't need to have no Instagram account, not a Facebook account if you're weak. So we're always on social media. We see the models, but that's their brand. Their brand is to be done up. Their brand is to get, their body sculpted in a certain way. Those guys may double tap, but they're not studying that for their future. Their future women, they don't want that. I literally, we can testify, ladies, that I have clothes that I wear to like shop in. Right. I got my little fitted cap on, earrings, some joggers, and guys will look. And I'm thinking, ew, I look gross. I ain't got no makeup on, no nothing. And they'll be like, in your face and stuff, because that is your actual authentic you. Yeah. So don't get tapped in on a caption in a picture and thinking that that's what these guys like, because that's not the case.
That's good. That's good. And I think again is that because we have society have told us, if you look at the clothes and the style on the runway and what has come out, some of us can't fit that stuff anyway.
Because I sure can't.
It's for the runway.
Right.
And by the time it has been tweaked and get into the stores, it's nothing like exactly in the runway, because those girls are 0 to 2. Right, and they starving themselves, bless their spirit. Right. But as God sees us, that goes back to Janae, your self-worth, and that goes back the masterpiece, as God has created us. And some of us are not always, the singles as well as our older, they're not happy with themselves. And I think that's why they meet Mr. Wrong, and Mr. Wrong do them wrong, because they already, their self-worth is already not at its best.
Right.
Self-esteem, that's what I'm getting to. Right. And what can you tell the generation of your age and the older, because we all learning this, especially if you're having to get back out there again, and especially if you have to start all over again. You're maybe be a widow, maybe be divorcee, or just single. What can they do and just sit back and breathe and just say, listen, I'm worth it all. Yeah. I don't have to give of myself. Yeah, you may get a little hot.
Yeah, of course.
But tell us what they need to do, or encourage them. And being a single, because you said 8 years. Yeah. And tell them how and how do you wait? How do you feel in your moment of waiting for Mr. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we talked about the self-discovery, because I love myself now. Yeah. So I can wait. Good. I do. I really do. Yeah. This here, I control who comes into my space, who comes into my area. I know I have an idea of what my relationship and how I want it to flow and how I want it to be. No relationship is perfect, because no person is perfect. But I have an idea. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So I've been dating and I've been out there, to be honest with y'all. But I think with my experience in men now, they're like, I don't know how to handle her. Yeah. How do I approach this woman? Because when you become confident in yourself and you know your self-worth, there's an aura about you, number one, and there's an aroma about you. Oh, it attracts them, but not every guy can handle it. Yeah. So, one of my favorite scriptures is they that wait, right? On the Lord. What happens? You get renewed strength and you mount up like an eagle and soar. And I said, well, why would God give me the image of an eagle soaring? So I had to literally get on YouTube and, watch an eagle soaring. It's an awesome thing. Yeah. He don't wait for other birds to join them. Yeah. I got to get to where I belong and soar like an eagle. So, because if you do things prematurely and you get into a premature relationship, it fails. Yeah. Okay. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm going to go back to, because I'm talking about an eagle, birds.
Yeah.
Like, I hate pigeons. You know, this makes sense. I hate them because they clutter together and they're needy and they wait for people to feed them. I hate buzzards because they wait for something to die to eat off their flesh. But an eagle don't stunt them.
Yeah.
I ain't stunting folk in this season. I'm trying to soar. So I told God that I don't mind to wait, because if I understand waiting and then my future husband understands waiting, we'll meet on a level and soar together.
That's good.
And also with waiting, God talks about patience.
Yes.
Also in James chapter 1, he says, let patience do a perfect work. So if I'm in the way and God still has to deal with me in patience, he's not going to work on the other thing for you. So you have to understand that concept and how your master works.
That's good, guys. Y'all heard it from here.
Yeah.
Out of the mouth, because so many times I talk about it because I'm older now, and I've been married 30-some years.
Right.
But growing up, seeing cousins and friends going over the same thing, round being hurt and crying, and I come to the point, it's like you keep falling for the same Mr. Wrong, and they're doing the same thing. And not only are they doing the same thing, they are making your self-esteem tank, go get worse than what it was when you first met them. And now you got to go get some help, and now you got to go get family love. We got to do a group hub, a group session, and my grandmama, let's go to this. My grandmother, bless her soul, she's rested in the bosom of Jesus. She will always talk to all of us, all her granddaughters, and you will meet her in the kitchen while she's cooking, and then she would say, listen, baby, you need to slow it down, and this is not Mr. Right, and this not what this person is not for you, and this, that, and the other. But I see them still hang out with that same person, and then they end up being majorly hurt. And let me tell you, every hurt does something. It takes the steam. It takes your self-esteem away. It gnaws at it. It chews away. And even let's go further than this, Janae, because you are in your 30s now. So I can go a little heavy with you. Even when you lay down with Mr. Wrong, you are laying down with different spirits. Absolutely. And then you coming up with more spirits than what you had when you laid down. It may be good for the first 10, but after you get up, then you walk away, you're hurt. And after that phone call, now you at the phone waiting for the call, and he stopped calling, he stopped visiting, he stopped texting, he stopped going to the movies, those little midnight walks, those little late night talks, and then you may get a call, but it'd be a call late at night, and so that late at night call becomes a booty call, because he know you got an itch, and so he gonna try to scratch it for you, and then he gone out your life again. And so, ladies, at this point, all of our single ladies, we want you to know your worth and know who you are in Christ. And those who are watching on tonight, I want to send a shout out call to you. All of those who are watching up here, listen, if you know this is for someone, connect with them right now. Tell them to get up here right now, because not only we want you to soar in the kingdom, but we want you to soar in every part of your life, not just in the sanctuary, but every part of your life, and that you can be successful, so that you can be a masterpiece, totally a full package masterpiece in your mind, in your spirit, in your walk, in your talk, in your getting up, in your business, in whatever you do. We want you to be successful, because when your relationship is messed up, you can have the worst day. Because before me and Bishop was married, we dated. Yes. And, I wasn't the only one, you know what I'm saying? And then it messed up my whole day. And so it gets you feeling some kind of way. And to that some kind of way that you just can't function. All you want to do is sleep.
Right. Because, with us women, we're very emotional, right? Exactly. Men are not that emotional. No. I can lay down with you and not be tied to you. Exactly. A woman can lay down with him and then be tied the next day. Like, oh, that's my future husband. That's my bae. We do. We get real excited.
Exactly.
And he ain't thinking about you. He got what he got, right? So I tell ladies, don't give all of you so quick.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
have to discern and have discernment and also observe how he is with you, right?
That's good.
You know,
That's
and so this is another thing. Because I have to talk to my fellas real quick.
Yes.
Okay, fellas, my beautiful men out there, those single men. You know, we're tired of, you know what we're tired of? Mm-hmm. We're tired of the WYD text, meaning what you doing. Right?
What you
and we're
doing?
tired of the good morning, beautiful text too. Because here's the thing, Elder. All they send, no, seriously, all they send is WYD. Okay? I'm at work. It's the middle of the day. What do you think I'm doing?
Yeah,
right? And then it's, oh, all right. Or, oh, okay. No, what are you doing later? Mm-hmm. No, what are you doing this weekend?
Right.
There's no action behind this WYD. Like the men in my generation act like they can't hold a conversation lately.
Right.
This good morning, beautiful. You don't say good morning, beautiful, Starbucks on me. Listen. What are you doing? Have you had lunch yet?
Good,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like you're WYDing us to death, guys, and it needs to stop. And they say if a man is really into you, this is what the seasoned men have told me.
Right.
If a man's really into you, he'll put in a little work and a little action. Mm-hmm. So here's my thing: if you're not really into me, don't even think of me. And don't even think of me. Right. Don't even send WYD. Right. Because ladies, you know what I started to do now? I block them or I don't reply.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
Because guess what? I know my self-worth.
That's good.
We have to get there. Don't entertain that foolishness no more.
That's good.
He needs to know how to pursue you.
That's good. And once you get past that hump, and that's basically sometimes just going through, because sometimes in relationship you end up in counseling, getting yourself back to where you need to be. And so, ladies, listen, you have to know that you are worth that much to Christ and that God died just for you. And he said that you are the apple of his eye. And then he said not only that, he knows every string and hairs on your head. He knows where the sparrow falls and he knows your name. He knew before you was even born. Jeremiah 29:11. It's not just for business. It's for your whole walk of life. It's for who you are. Even if you are married, it's for who you are, knowing your worth, knowing your self-worth, knowing that he took it to the cross, knowing that he even died for the church. Her. Who is her? She is the church. And so therefore he loved the church that much that he gave his life. Why? Because he saw the worth in her. Yes. He saw the value in her. He saw what she was giving. He saw what she could give and what she could become. He saw her crying. He saw her woes. He saw her downpours. He saw her beginnings. He saw her endings. He saw in the middle of her. And not only that, we are her. We are her. Yeah. And so therefore he's saying you are better than that. You are way better than that. And guess what? You have value to who you are in your mind, in your walk, in your body, in your finance, in your smart. Your education matters. Who you are matters. The way you carry yourself matters. The way you speak matters. Listen, you don't have to give your body to nobody. Honey, you give your body to God. Turn that over to God. Yeah. I know it. I know you gonna have your moments and you know we all have our little months comes and our month time come and then we get a little hot. But guess what? Turn it over to Jesus. And I'm gonna tell you, sometimes you had to get up and run. Sometimes you may find yourself in a destitute moment. You get yourself in a moment and you know the TV movies and gone off and you find yourself popcorn all over the floor. You find yourself all hot and bothered. Honey, you got to get up, grab your stuff and get the ham sandwich out of there and go home and take yourself a shower. Honey, if I'm in the right place, y'all give me some hot because I know I'm right. I'm right because I've been there.
Yes, me too.
Okay, we just moving on. I've been there, honey. Before I was married, I dated.
Yes.
you get all hot and bothered and all that stuff. I'm hicking up it. And so we know where you are.
Yeah.
And so
yeah.
and on tonight, I want you to know that God created you, and he created you in his own image, and you have purpose. You don't have to use your body to express who you are or what you are. You don't have to do none of that.
No.
Give yourself to him. And that's sometimes because it's misunderstood. Sometimes we are taught to give ourselves. And that's how we'll get them. Lock them down. And that's how we get them. And then we end up lonesome.
Yeah.
Single moms. And anything can happen, accidents or somebody,
Absolutely, right.
you know, anything can happen. But most of the time, 50% of the time, we end up by ourselves and then having to start in a relationship all over again as being single. You could have single, I don't care, listen, and this is another thing too, Janae.
Yeah.
If you know you're in an abusive relationship,
Right. Yeah.
we have a tendency to stay in it because we're a sponge.
Right.
We'll take it and take it and take it, not realizing there is more.
Right.
There is somebody else
Right.
better. We'll stay in that abusive relationship because we're afraid, we're ugly. Nobody's gonna like us. And then we're told, ain't nobody gonna like you. Everybody gonna find out. When they find out, they're gonna find that you're stupid. And all along, you got degrees. And all along, you've been a amazing entrepreneur.
Right.
And all along, what they're saying is a lie,
Right.
but they're feeding into your emotions. And so with that, you end up staying in a relationship that you should not be in from the
Right.
beginning. And so, you got something to say about that?
Yeah, because women, we don't encourage as much as we should,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, that's true.
because we're all on like competition mode.
Yeah.
Who can get them first and
Yeah.
who can have them first
Yeah.
and can I dress better than her? Can I
Yeah.
do my makeup better than her?
Yeah.
Like we're trying to be these little Barbie dolls
Yeah.
and that's just not realistic and we're just trying to win the race first.
That's true.
And
That's
that's
true.
where it comes from. Me and my girlfriends,
That's
we
true.
encourage each other. And I'm really hard
That's
on y'all.
good.
Shout out, you know who you are. I'm hard on them. Do you hear me? And I will tell it like it is because I know
That's
that there's
good.
more in you.
That's good.
And I know that you deserve better. So
Right.
ladies, we have to encourage. I don't
That's
care.
good.
And
good.
also with the
That's
single
good.
ladies, get with friends that are married
Yeah.
that you admire.
Oh,
I have a lot of like, you know, I don't understand why I'm still single though. I have a lot of friends that are married or
that's good.
on the road to I do, right? They have like significant and they're on the road to I do. And I learn from them. I
good.
like, you know, watch
Yeah.
we hang out and things of that nature. But I also like learn from them, not in the sense of like getting in their marriage because that's
Exactly.
their business,
That's their
but they
business,
do help me
Yeah.
understand like and
Yeah,
we're
where
in
you
the
need
same
to be.
age group. So
Exactly.
it's okay to get some
Yeah.
friends that are already married or are engaged, you
Yeah.
know, that you admire.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that. Also, when I wake up in the morning and where I get like myself pampered
Right.
at and stuff,
Yeah.
I have quotes on my wall.
Right. Oh,
It's
that's
very
good.
encouraging me. So I have quotes on my wall. I have my devotion. I read my word.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worshiping on the way to work. I have like an hour and a half. So
Right.
I better worship,
Right.
right?
Right.
All that time. Then when I get to work, I have another quote on my
Right.
desk.
Yeah.
And then I have a quote on my desktop.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm quoted
That's good.
up.
That's good.
Because
That's
it
good.
ignites me. It
Yeah.
starts my fire, you know?
No, that's good.
Yeah.
That's encouraging.
Yeah.
Because if I would have said, they were like, okay, Elder, you know,
I'm
you already
big on
locked down.
quotes.
But it's good to come out, to hear it come from your mouth because again, you're single. And so these are the patterns that you take and the patterns that you follow and what you do to make sure that your self-esteem, make sure that you got
gotta
it
feed
right.
yourself
right.
positivity.
And
Absolutely.
then another thing too, and you know, and our time is almost come and gone, ladies. But another thing that you said that you encourage your other single friends.
Yeah.
So that makes accountability accessible and needed because when one get off the path, you are accountable to your friend to make sure they stay in the straight and narrow. And accountability helps a lot. I think all of us need that. In a whether it's in our friends or whether it's in our girlfriends, we all need accountability to make sure that we got our boxes and stuff checked off right, and make sure that we doing what we supposed to do. Listen, I want to encourage you on today, and I know our time is come and gone, but I want to encourage you on today, and I want to encourage this young lady as she continue in her life that when the right one comes, that she will be well equipped, which she is well equipped to handle what comes her way when the right one comes. But in the meantime, between time, we're going to encourage ourselves, and we're going to make sure that she's encouraged. Why? Because she is our sister. And then all of those single women out there, we want to encourage you on today and encourage all of you, and to let you know that you are God's masterpiece and that God loves you. And I'm proud of how you hanging in there, and I'm proud that you got to go take that hot shower, and I'm proud that you got to just keep running, and I'm proud that sometimes you got to laugh, and I'm proud of you. And listen, you gonna be all right. When the right one comes, you gonna be ready.
Yes.
And when you be ready, we gonna snap nobody the neck. He
better be prepared. But no, listen, for real. Let me say this last thing, because I know our time is up. But listen, tomorrow morning. Like, seriously, tomorrow is Friday, okay? Tomorrow morning, I want you to wake up with a little pep in your step. I want you to wake up with a freshness. I want you to get the quotes that you want to look at. I want you to have your devotion. I want you to say, good morning, Lord. Thank you for waking me up this morning. Turn on your weekend music, because I call it weekend music, okay? Everybody thinks I only listen to gospel. No, y'all. I'm human, okay? I know other songs, too. Have your weekend music, a little Lizzo, a little go, whatever it is, and show up to wherever you have to go, like the boss that you are. I'm here for you. Janae Jones on Facebook. I'm on Anchor, Belladonna on the mic. Like, let's stay connected. I'm on Instagram, beautiful skull _ in the front, _ in the back. Let's stay connected and let's talk to one another.
And tell them your cash out, because we want to bless this young lady. Listen, she's young, ladies, and she has a sweet spirit, and she has destiny all over her. And so let's be a blessing. Tell them your cash app.
If you would like to be a blessing, my cash app is $Janae, JAHNAI, Calvet, CALVET.
Say it again.
Janae Calvet, $Janae Calvet. I had to spell it out for y'all.
Before we go, Janae, I want to encourage you, and I'm praying that God will continue to bless whatever your eyes see, beyond the brink, beyond, that God will continue to bless you, that you will set boundaries, that you will break glasses, the ceiling, that God will blow your mind continuous this year, and don't let and this pandemic is just what it is, but God sees far more in your life, that he will continue to order your steps, and that he will continue to bless you, that he will continue to wrap his arms around you. Finances coming your way. Destiny all around you. That business come your way from the north, the south, the east, and the west. In Jesus' name. Listen, those who are watching, I pray the same thing for you. Whether you are single and whether you are married, I pray that destiny happens to you right now in Jesus' name. What you got to do, you got to just tell the Lord thank you. Surrender and give to him. Surrender yourself to him. What you got to do? No, it don't take much. Surrender yourself to him and allow him to order your steps. Why? There's a lot of successful women. There's a lot of successful single women. And this woman right here, she is successful. Listen, I want you to follow her, Belladonna, on the mic every Sunday night at
No, right now because of the pandemic and stuff, so that's on hold.
Okay.
So, but you can connect to me on Facebook then on the Anchor. Belladonna on the Mic is on Anchor. So yeah, my podcast.
All right. Yeah. We excited. Great things. And so I will see you next week. Thank you for tuning in. I love all of y'all who have tuned in on tonight. I love you. More to come. I see you next time. Bye-bye.